Oh, messed that stitch up. I can't see who here unless you type it in the chat because I don't have my computer. It's so nice out today. I thought I would just come outside. Ooh, I need to give me another tripod. Thought I'll just come outside and enjoy the view and crochet for a little while. Such a nice day. Not too many people are out today. I'm surprised. The park is pretty empty. So I just thought I'd come out and crochet. People out riding their bikes. When you come in, you have to let me know who you are because I'm not on my computer. I'm just on the phone and I can't really see it. Oh, you got a hair right there. Hey, how you doing? I just came out today to get a little closer to the water. Let's just sit by the water today and crochet and relax. So I thought I'd go live. And I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's a nice day in California. Very beautiful day. Looks like it's a little hazy when you get towards San Francisco, but that's normal. But it's not over here in the East Bay. Oh, we got some men fishing. Um, I started crocheting seriously in 2011 after the death of my mother. So, and I'm still not good. I'm still at a point where I'm just doing hats and scarves. Other than that jacket, that hexagon granny square jacket that I made, um, I kind of stick with really simple projects. But I saw this baby Yoda that I want to crochet so bad. And my husband is, you can do it, babe. You can do it. Just, take your time. I have to find a very simple pattern because I have a hard time reading patterns. I cannot read the pattern. So I have to find a video tutorial, and those are kind of hard to find. I'm a look and see, but I'm not really good at making like little characters and stuff. Like I'm good at making baby blankets and scarves and hats and that kind of stuff, and that is kind of what I stick to. But I do want to um, try to make this baby Yoda because it is so cute. So there's more people coming out now. When I first got here, I was the only person at the park. You know how you go to a park and you the only person there and you be looking around like, oh my God, I'm the only person. But it is so many houses around here. Like I'm damn near in these people's backyard right there. And on this side. So it's so many houses over here. There's no need to be like scared. So I'm just um, we don't live that far from here, but it's easier to drive because when you drive, you can just park right in front of the park um and come in. But if you walk, the way they have this housing development set up is, everything over here is not flat. So in order to give these homes this bay view, they had to lift some of the streets. So some of the streets are hilly to, lift these homes up so they could get a view of this bay. Because this was the selling point. This right here was the selling point for this area. The majority of the homes want this view. And where we live, which is behind this area of homes here, we live right on the next street. They had to lift um, they had to lift that area up above these homes so we could get a view of the bay. So there's a hill. If I want to walk over here, if I don't do that hill, then I have to walk like an extra 2 or 3 blocks just to get over here. Where it's so much easier just to drive around the corner. So I usually drive. And if I come in through the back way, I would have to come from there and take that path down here, way down there where all those people are. I can come in through the back. But I don't be wanting to do all that walking. So I just get the car and drive over here. Yeah, I mean, when we first moved over here, me and my husband, like we was walking this path and stuff almost every morning. We was coming out here, in the morning before the sun, before it got warm. And we would walk and stuff. And then, how it is when the newness wear off, you be like, okay, we done been over there 50, 11 dozen times. I ain't going back over there. And we kind of stopped coming. But I do want to start walking again because I don't forgot how many miles this path is. Like you can actually walk into the next city on this path. I think it goes through um like two or three cities. It we in Hercules. Okay, I think it starts in Rodeo, Hercules, Pinole, and it may go into Richmond. I'm not sure because they extended it each way. So you gonna walk through um you gonna walk through two or three cities. I mean, but Hercules and Pinole are basically like right across the street from each other. Rodeo is a really small city. You could throw a brick and hit the end of town. It's just a really small little area. So the tide is out. The water is real low, and the water is so still today. Everything is so still. But if it's not windy, um, over here, the tide is. I mean, the water is really still. Like it's moving, but it's barely moving. So I come over here and just relax, you know, pray. I see the shuttle, the blue and gold fleet is coming in. There's a couple of boats out on the water today. Today would be a nice day to get out on the water. If you are a boating person, I'm not. I don't. Well, I can't swim, and I get seasick. So boats and all that kind of stuff, that ain't my thing. I'm trying to see the chat. Oh, so I heard that a good time to connect with fairies and elemental energy is when it's still. Yeah, you don't wanna pick a time to connect. Like when it's storming, unless that's the type of energy you want to work with. Some people love working with storm energy, that aggressive, violent type energy. But that's not me. I would rather, and the older I get, the more I want to, you know, work with more peaceful type spirits. I think that's why I've kind of not really dropped the whole voodoo portion of my channel, but like right now, that's not where I am. I'm not into that. I'm into a more peaceful, um, still, quiet type energy. That's more of the energy that I want to tap into. I mean, there are a lot of people who are out here on that, revenge tip, like they've been hurt and they want to be out here hurting people. And I've been there. I've been through that. When somebody hurt me, the first thing I think of is how can I hurt them back? But when you get older and you get more mature, you look at people that hurt you and you try to understand why. And the majority of time, when someone hurts you, it's because they're hurt. They're hurting. That's why they hurt you. And you really may not have even been the target. You just caught that stray. And it just, it drains your energy to always be on the defense. Like, I really like this young lady on YouTube. I think she's funny. I think she has a lot of, character and she's just funny. But she has such a negative spirit. Like, she's always into it with somebody, like always fighting somebody, like always mad at somebody, always arguing with somebody. And I'm like, doesn't that get tiring? That should be so draining on your spirit to always be on the defense, always be fighting, always be ready to fight. That is your whole mentality. Let me get this person before they get me. That is draining. And I just can't, I just, sometimes when I watch her, I just don't understand how you can live like that. Like, but see, with me, I'm gonna tell you guys one thing. I get up in the morning. I am surrounded by my crystals. I keep my energy as clean as possible. I keep people away from me. Like if I watch people that, are not like me on YouTube, that's different. But I'm talking about in my real life. I keep that stuff away from me. I don't have a bunch of I don't have any negative people in my life. Once I figure out that you are on some negative tip, then I get away from you. I don't have that in my life. I don't associate with those type of people. I keep my energy as clean as possible, and I do that purposely. If I don't speak to you, please don't get upset because I don't have my computer. Um, and the chat is rolling. I just have my phone today. I didn't bring my computer because I'm at the park. I'm not at home for people that are just coming in. I'm not at home. I'm at the park today. So I don't have my computer. So if I don't see you come in, please don't get upset. But hey to everybody that I don't see. So I just came out to, for one, get some sun. Um, because we need, especially for people that are living in areas where it rains a lot. Go outside. If you don't sit out there but 10 or 15 minutes a day, go outside and get some real vitamin D. Because I do stay in a lot. When my husband is at work, we only have one car, and I'm in the majority of the day. So when I come out, I like to come out and get some real vitamin D. Even though I do supplement uh, my vitamin D, but I just don't like to take the supplement every day. In which I know I probably should, but I just don't like popping um, a whole lot of pills. Oh my gosh, I hope they go on with that music because, honey, YouTube be out here really mad at people in music. So I'm almost finished with this, the first roll ball, and I bought two of these. And one thing that's weird, when I'm in Michael's and I see colors of yarn, I be like, oh, those are pretty colors. And then when I get the shit home, I be like, why did I buy this? This is so ugly. It's not ugly, but I don't know. I just don't like the colors together. And I don't know if you guys can see it. It may be a little bit muted to you, but I'm going to post a picture of it on my community tab. For some reason, I just didn't like these colors together. It's like a green, uh, off-white, uh, terracotta, a pink, and then a teal and a coral. It's just too many colors. And I didn't think it was when I first saw it, but I don't know. For some reason, I just don't really like the way it worked up. So I'm just going to deal with it anyway. And I'm going to finish. I'm going to use up both of the skeins. And if I decide that I don't really, really like it, I'm going to just probably give it to somebody in the family, or keep it until we move. And I'll just have a whole lot of blankets, extra blankets and stuff when we, because I don't know how many blankets I've made um, since COVID. I think since COVID, I've finished more projects than I ever have. Cause like I actually started and finished the projects because at one point we were stuck in the house and couldn't really go anywhere. One thing that I do need to buy me though is some good walking shoes. So I might do that this weekend. Go shopping and get some nice tennis shoes because I've been wearing my Crocs, and Crocs are okay, but if you're gonna like really be oh, the water, the tide is coming in, like the water is moving. I can see it coming. Crocs are good, but they're not the best like walking shoes. So it's only two men out here fishing. Usually it'd be a few people out here illegally fishing. So I usually get up every day. I make a conscious effort, even if I don't leave the house, to, put on some crystals. You know, I'll pick out what crystal I want to wear. I always have on my bracelets. And I think if you make a conscious effort to bring positivity and balance to yourself, then you will do it. But you have to be consciously seeking that balance. And if you're not, it's not going to come to you. Because some people do really have a negative disposition. And if you don't work on it, that's all you will have. And it's crazy. When my kids were young and I was working, I hate Crystal Geyser. But somebody in the house bought like a whole case of it. As a matter of fact, when I get back to the house, I gotta order me some water because I hate the way Crystal Geyser tastes. Um, when I was working, I was a single mother. I had two children, and this was before, I really came into, um, into before I had like what I would call kind of like a spiritual awakening. I mean, I've always been religious, but not spiritual. So when I was working, I was a single mother. I had two children. I just stayed stressed out. I was always, like on 8 or 9, especially when my kids were teenagers. I know my stress and cortisol level was probably so high, and I didn't have a way to relieve that stress. Like I was not into meditating, or I really didn't. I had been introduced to crystals, but I didn't really understand how to use them, and I was messed up. Like I was running around like a chicken with their head cut off. Like anytime anybody would say anything to me out of pocket, I would cuss them out. I was just always on 10. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are. But then after, my initiation, like a lot of things came up during my initiation. And a lot of things were changed for me after, receiving Oshun and understanding the true power that I had. Like, we all have the power to calm that down. We don't always have to be out here cussing people out, and we don't always have to be right. There are situations now, even if I have a situation with my husband and I know that I'm right, sometimes I just be like, all right then. and just let it go. It's not worth getting upset. It's not worth raising your blood pressure. It's not worth putting yourself in a position spiritually where you're off kilter. No one wants to live their life always arguing and fussing and fighting and being unhappy, because you're messing up yourself spiritually doing that. And one thing I did want to bring up is I saw a photo of Summer Walker, and I posted it on, and I wish I could look at the comment because somebody posted a comment on that picture and was like, I said, it looks like she's going through an initiation. And I don't know if this person understood what an initiation was. And they were like, I hope not, because she already seemed like it's something going on with her. So in that photo, Summer Walker is in white from head to toe. Um, her head is covered. She is in a long white dress. She has on white shoes. That is normally an indication that, you know, something is going on. I zoomed into the photo to see if she had on a leggings or anything. But sometimes even before you receive your leggings, you can be washed and not receive your lekkage yet. You can be washed and your godparent will put you in all white for 14 days. And some people, under the photo was saying, oh, well, if she received OSHA, she wouldn't be taking pictures. She wouldn't be out. And that's true for some houses. It's not true for all houses. It depends on who her godparents are. Now, if she had received OSHA through Santeria and her godparents were old fashioned, like, using the old tradition or the older ways, then no, be um she wouldn't be out with anyone other than her godparent, especially in the initial or the beginning of her ultra phase. And she looked like she had on a wig under that headscarf. But someone said that she had shaved her head recently. I'm not sure because I don't really follow her like that. I just thought that the outfit she had on looked um, appropriate for her having an initiation. Um, and if she did, I'm happy for her. I think that's where a lot of us, a lot of younger people need that connection to spirit, that connection to an elder who will help them, you know, along their life path. I think that's the problem with a lot of young people. A lot of young people have gotten to the point because they've had so many problems with maybe the elders in their own family that they don't trust any elders. And the elders are here to help you. The elders are here to guide you. I need elders. I need someone, I love sitting and talking to my in-laws. I, even in my age, need an elder to talk to. Now, the elders are there. You just have to open yourself up to be able to receive. Look at the, look at her. You just have to open yourself up to be able to receive counsel from elders. Now, see, that is the connection that was broken when we were removed from Africa. Had we still been, in the tribes that, we were birthed in, we would have an elder to help us. We would have a spiritual guide, a person who was responsible for our spiritual growth. We would have that, we would have that connection to community. So that connection has been severed. And for whatever reason, we are having a hard time getting back to that. We don't, a lot of young people hate older people, because of the issues that they've maybe had with their own parents. They don't trust anybody. They don't trust the counsel of an elder. And that's what the majority of these people, these younger people, need. And there are some elders out here who are knowledgeable spiritually. You have to trust somebody. That connection, that spiritual connection has been broken. These kids are not going to church. You don't have a pastor. You don't have anybody that you can talk to. I think about what Jussie Smollett, you know, I think about what, poor Jussie. Jussie going to jail, y'all. He gonna do 150 days in jail, in the county jail. Unfortunately, that's probably the worst place you can go, is county jail, because you don't have the protection that he may have someplace else. So, when I look at things like this happening to people who were in a good position, I'm like, these things happen because they don't have any spiritual guidance. This young man didn't have nobody he could talk to about that. Nobody knew that, okay, you about to make a mistake that's probably going to mess up your entire career. That is one thing about, belonging to a spiritual house, is you have a connection not only to your godmother, but you have a connection to your sisters and brothers who are in the house. Like, that's your sister. That's your brother. We all talk to each other. We all communicate with each other. You have your godmother. If something is going on, you can call your godmother, or your godmother is calling you, checking on you. You have meetings there is a lot of community in that. You're eating together, you're preparing food together, you're doing a lot of things together. Like, somebody in the house would have known Jesse out here acting crazy. We're going to have to get him together and do a rogation or something and get his mind right. But see, people nowadays just out here wilding out, and they don't belong to anything, so they don't have anybody to hold them accountable. So they just out here doing all kind of crazy stuff. Like this man, people are making a joke and people are laughing at him, but this man has messed up his life. After he gets out of jail, he is probably going to be blackballed from Hollywood. Now he has, I think, a felony on his record. Even after he gets out of jail, he is going to be on probation for 3 years. Jesse done messed up, y'all. He done messed up. And I feel bad for him. I really do. Like, it's not funny to me. At first it was funny because I was like, he ain't do that. I know that boy ain't did that. But then, yeah, he did. He did it. He did it. Hey, Naya. He did it. Jussie done messed up. Jussie going to jail. Like, he going to jail. He gonna be out here in the county jail with regular people, with Pookie and Ray Ray, who done got picked up because they done did some old crazy stuff on the block. Jussie gonna be in there with them. I can't even believe, like, he messed up his whole career on something stupid. Yeah, Yeah, he did it because he wanted attention. And then here come the trying, y'all. And then when he was walking out the courtroom, he was like, I was like, Justin, okay, I didn't want to try to compete with that. Um, he gonna be in jail with like regular people, with like Pookie and Ray Ray and them. It's just hard for me to believe that he really messed up his whole career. Like, was his? Did anybody watch the trial? Was it y'all believe I left the house without my wig? Was the trial televised? Because I wasn't watching that mess. Did his family support him? Like, was his sister there, and the rest of the family? Did they show up to support Jesse? Was they there? Because he gonna walk out the courtroom, and I think he was trying to say if anything happened to him while he was in court, he didn't do it. Uh, are you sure? Are you sure they not gonna put him with the dang? You know they don't care nothing about him, child. They gonna throw him in there with Pookie and Ray Ray, and they don't care nothing about Jesse. Jesse gonna be in there. Jesse gonna be in there in the real jail with Pookie with Pookie and Ray Ray and all the rest of them folks that, hey, what is Phoenix here? Phoenix must be working. Cause Phoenix don't never not show up. Phoenix must be working today. No, I don't know if they are or not, girl, cause I ain't never been to jail and it is not my plan to go. I ain't gonna be out here concocting no story. I'm not doing anything. I don't ever want to go to jail. Ever. So I'm not about to be out here doing something that stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I could see if you had to do that, like, you didn't have to do that. You concocted this like it was a storyline on a show or something. Like, you literally did this on purpose. This wasn't an accident. You thought this out. And in your mind said, yes, that's a good idea. And it turned out not to be. If one of these birds fly over it and shit on me, I'm going to be so mad. Because they just are flying. If you see me ducking or looking crazy, it's because these seagulls keep flying overhead. And I'm scared that one of them suckers is going to poop on me. And I've been pooped on before. And I have PTSD from being pooped on by um, a seagull. And I don't want that to happen while I'm out here. Especially not like pooping in my hair or something. So I don't know. I'm not laughing at I cannot laugh at him because I do feel for him. Like, I'm pretty sure Jussie ain't never been to jail. And I really do believe that Jussie thought he was above jail. He did not think in his mind that he was going to jail. But they shocked that ass. No, you going to jail. We gonna give you an opportunity to think about what you did because you did that. You did that. No one told. Is there something on my glasses? Okay, it feel like it. No one told you to do that. You the one thought that was. So did the other dudes? Did they get jail time too, or did he just get jail time because? Oh, that man scared the hell out of me. Or did he just get jail time? Y'all can see I didn't research it. I didn't look it up. Do anybody know? Did the other people get have to go to jail too? The two brothers, or or did Jussie just have to go to jail because it was his plan? Do anybody know? So has anybody been watching Adrian Slays in her boat adventure? Because, child, I think Adrian knows about as much about boats as I do. So now I guess she done figured out that during hurricane season in Florida, most people put their boats that's in the marina, they put their boats in storage or they lift their boats out the water. And I guess poor Adrian didn't know that. Because, see, I wouldn't have known that either. I wouldn't have known he riding that board. I wouldn't have known that during hurricane season. Oh, get off me, Lord Jesus. Okay, y'all know I hate bugs. Um, During hurricane season, I didn't know you had to take your boat out the water. And so I think she just found out that you have to lift your boat out the water or put your boat in storage during hurricane season. No, the two brothers didn't go to jail. So Jussie got to go to jail by himself? Oh, Jussie. But I mean, did they get probation? Because they participated. Now Jussie may have thought of the scheme by himself, but they participated in it. I thought when it was a fake kidnapping or something like that, everybody that participated in it got some time. You mean to tell me that he done did all this and he the only one going to jail? I know he mad. Because he probably wanted them to go to jail too. Uh-oh, here they come. They coming back, y'all. Look at this. They got little lights and stuff. I need to get me one of those. I need to get me one of those. I got to find out what that is so I can get me one. I can be out here with my little flag, just a pedaling down the street. I need to find out what that is so I can get me one. I'm going to have to show that to my husband. Give me a little helmet and a cute little flag. And I'll be just a pedaling down the street. My legs would be done got tired, and I probably be done got out that thing and left it. Yeah, this is a nice area. It's a nice little quiet um, area. Much different from where we moved from. But this ain't our house, so it would be different, I think, if it was, me and my husband's house. So we still looking for our own place, but we staying here until we find a place. So I'm just gonna enjoy it while we're here. Gina said, "Yes, ma'am. He going to jail." I know. He going to jail, jail. He is going to jail, child. I mean, he ain't going to jail. He probably in jail now. They probably remanded him yesterday. Didn't he get his sentence yesterday? They probably remanded him then. It was like, ain't no need of you going home, Jesse. You can go right. You can go right. They can take you from right from here. Well, since he a celebrity, they may have given him an opportunity to um get his stuff in order, and then he has to turn himself in within a couple of days, or whatever. He probably does have that much clout, because had it been Pookie or Ray Ray, the judge would have been bailiff, remanded. Because I was in court one time with somebody. I had took somebody to court, and they didn't do what the judge had said they were supposed to do in whatever time frame they had. And the judge was just like, the person was trying to give up these excuses and stuff, and the judge was just like, remanded. And I didn't know what remanded meant, because I ain't never been in trouble. And I got my whole necklace on backwards. Why y'all didn't tell me? Why y'all didn't tell me I had my necklace on backwards? Um, I didn't know what remanded meant. Honey, that means that the bailiff come and just take you on back to the back right then and there. Like you don't get to go home. You didn't do what the judge said do. And honey, that judge said remanded, and the bailiff came, and okay, so has anybody used these now? Okay, so this is a cheap one that I got from Shein, but I did order a better one that supposed to, because I don't even think these are real crystals in there. They may be. They look like little chips, but I ordered one that you can actually see the crystals and stuff in there. But I just think it's cute. This one came from Shein. It was like super cheap, but I like it. But I had it on backwards, and y'all ain't said a word. See how y'all be doing me? That's why I won't be y'all godmother, cause y'all ain't even gonna say, "Godmama Oshun, you got your necklace on backwards, sweetheart." I'd have been like, "Oh Lord, let me fix my necklace." Oh, what is that? I hope that ain't some kind of bug. Is it moving? Okay, get away. I don't know. I want a bike. I want me a bike. He said that all biker people is rude. He was like, on your left side. What if I forgot that I drove the car over here and walk home? What if I just be like, oh, I'm gonna just take a walk and forget that I actually drove the car over here and just walk home? That ain't gonna happen, no. I'm not about to do that. Cause I ain't coming back to get the car. My husband, he had to come back over here because I ain't coming back. If I walk home, I ain't coming back over here to get this car. This car would be right over there. I ain't coming back over here. I'm finna go home, y'all. This sun's starting to get hot. Um, Take my little butt home. I should go to Starbucks, but I'm scared. I'm still scared of the drive-through. Somebody help me go through the drive-through. Gina, I don't think he working right now. I think that's part of his problem. I think that was one of the reasons why he did that was to, you know, unfortunately probably try to get some attention to him. I don't think he's worked since Empire, which is sad. Okay, I need y'all to pray for me that I learned. Where is she going? Where she? I hope she ain't going over there to hop that gate. Y'all. Is she gonna hop that gate? Where's she going? Can y'all see her? Okay. I think she just gonna take some pictures. I think she just went over there to take some pictures. Cause I was like, I know she ain't finna go over there and hop that gate. Everybody over here got a dog. You know, I only brought Gizmo over here to this park one time. Cause Gizmo don't know how to act when you take him out in public. He embarrass you. He like that little kid that you take to the store and just be touching every damn thing. So I don't take him out. He embarrassed me. He act like he be out here acting crazy. So I don't bring him over here to this park. Oh yeah, she taking pictures. I should go over there and take some too, but I'm probably not. You know what I do want to do though is I do want to come over here and take some pictures at sunset because I know it's when I take them in my backyard, the the gate kind of cuts off the horizon. So I know if you come over here and take pictures at sunset, because see, the sun sets right in this area, right by those mountains or whatever. I know it's pretty. I mean, we have done it before. We have come over here at sunset and taking pictures. It's gorgeous. Azure green has good crystals. There are the good thing about living in California is there are some really nice crystal shops here. The only thing is they're a little pricey. Most of them are a little pricey, but you can find some that are reasonable. That's one thing I do love about California is you're gonna find some crystals. You know, I don't really have to order crystals online because it's really easy for me to find crystals here in the Bay Area. We have some really, really nice crystal shops here in the Bay Area. And I do enjoy, you know, sometimes just going to crystal shops, walking around, looking at crystals. There's this one place that is about 20 maybe 20, 25 minutes away from us that Every time I go in there, I lose my mind. So I try not to go in there that often because the last time I was in there, I bought like $100 worth of crystals. Just be going crystal crazy. Hey, the Dark Goddess. Um, so yeah, they're nice shops. I mean, but sometimes I do just enjoy getting a little cheap stuff off of Shein or Amazon or whatever. I will order some things online, but sometimes I like to just go to the crystal shop and just look around and purchase crystals. There's little kids out at the park now. Okay, y'all. Well, I'm gonna go. This man out here exercising. I'm gonna go home and eat my lunch. I want to go to Starbucks so bad, but I'm scared of the drive-through. Y'all pray for me that I get over my drive-through phobia. Like I can't do it. I'm scared. I'm so scared to go through the drive-through. I'm so scared that when I turn that corner to, cause you know how the Starbucks by our house is, you gotta drive straight. You place your order right there, and then you gotta go around. You gotta hit this corner, and I'm just scared. I'm just so scared that I'm not gonna hit that corner right. And I want some Starbucks so bad. I wonder if I call my husband. Oh, the tide is definitely coming back in. I wonder if I call my husband and tell him that I'm about to pull up at the house. Will he take me to Starbucks? He probably gonna be like, "You're already in the car. Just go to Starbucks." But I don't want to though. I don't want to do it by myself. I'm scared. All right, y'all. Tide coming back in. High too. I've never been here when it was coming back in. Don't God, I mean, if you really sit and think about the the way God designed this, that the tide will come back in and stop at a certain point and it just won't go no farther. Like the tide won't just keep coming in and just flood the whole city. It'll come in to a point and it'll just stop. God did that. We didn't do that. I mean, it'll come back. Oh, she done went out there, y'all. She done went out there. She getting close to that water. I would be scared to be out there in all them rocks, and I don't want to see it that bad. Cause the train tracks are down there, but people do go down there because they be down there fishing and stuff. All right, I'm finna go for real this time. I love you guys, and I will talk to you maybe not tomorrow, but soon. Have a nice weekend, okay? Don't forget to pray and meditate and not let anything get on your nerves this weekend. I love you guys. Bye.